Usually around 5:45.
So like Michael was like, "What's a good time for you?" And I was like, "Anytime your time, really." I said morning or early, like afternoon, because like that's like usually when I log on. He's like, "Oh, so like 7:30 in the morning his time," and I was just like, "What time do you wake up?"
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, who is it?
Michael,
Oh, Michael. Yeah, he's a
dude.
he's a moving target when it comes to meeting times.
But like I was like, you could have picked any time. He's like, no, wait. I was like, okay, amazing. It's like you couldn't get me on a meeting at 7:30 in the morning.
People in the UK are just different.
Are they? Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, when we do the SAN meeting, that's what is it, 10 Eastern? So yeah, it's 7 a.m. here.
Ah, okay. Yeah. No, I couldn't do that. If I was in PST time, I'd die. I would have to leave either SCN or PST time.
You're like, nope, one or the other's got to go. I got to be out of here, or this isn't going to work.
No, the MST was already really bad. When I was in Mexico City, I was just like, oh my gosh, like MST was not in my favor. Like I would literally wake up at like 7:45, like go to the bathroom, wash my face, like brush my teeth, and then jump on the call. That's why sometimes I was like late. I was just like, I'm so exhausted. Literally, sometimes I wake up at like 8:15 and I'm like, message the group, I'm like, I'm not going.
This is not going to happen.
No, I don't function well in the mornings. um, I saw your email. I did prioritize your stuff before ours because I had and like I kind of wanted to post yours actually like today. That was like the original plan that I had. It's up to you if
Mhm.
you still want to do that. I do have it. So let me show it to you really quickly. I'm just finishing up. I did run a few photos of you on. Have you been using Nano Banana at all?
Mm-mm. No, I've been thinking about trying it out because I'm just about out of photos of me.
That's why I ran it because I was just like, he literally like ran all the pictures he sent to me. So like I have like nothing.
I was going through my phone. I was like, I take pictures. I don't take pictures of me. So I was like, shoot.
You just turn the camera around and then you go like this.
Yeah, selfies everywhere. And I'm just gonna want spend a day like put on layers, right, and just wander around downtown Reno and then be like, I'm in a new place, new time, and take like 20 different photos and just call it a day.
Yeah, I think you're better off if you just use Nano Banana because I have so many pictures and sometimes I use Nano Banana. Like some of my pictures on LinkedIn are Nano Banana. So
I was actually kind of wondering about that because I'm trying to like spot people's AI photos now, and I was like, it's getting harder, but because before you could really tell, like somebody
could you
posted.
tell which one's mine? Like
No, no, no.
if I pulled up my LinkedIn, like would you be able to know?
I think like two of them I spotted, and I was like, I think this is
Really?
mine. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but somebody else posted like some Christmas photo, and it was like the cheesiest thing ever. And I don't remember who it was or why, but they were in front of like this huge ornate fireplace, and I was like, that doesn't even look real. Like everything was like that blurry, fake AI smooth,
Yeah.
and it was like a picture of her and her daughter like decorating the Christmas tree, and I was like, this like if you're gonna go AI, like this photo is filled with so much pretension. It's insane. And then I was like, and second of all, it just looks fake. It looks like a virtual background. I was like, what are you doing? Why do people post stuff like this?
Okay, so I'm gonna share mine. I just want to know if you can actually tell or not. Like I'm just actually super curious. We'll start with this one and just tell me real or AI.
That one's AI.
Okay.
AI. That one's that one's real. That one is actually really hard to tell. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That
This
one,
one's up. That one's what?
that one's real.
Okay.
That one's AI.
Okay. So you got a few of them right. This one's AI. This one's real. This one's AI. Real. AI. This one was real.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
started off in the wrong order.
Insane though, right? Like you got two of them wrong. like that's crazy because it's like your brain can't even tell anymore.
Mhm. I think the only reason why I thought that like the next one was AI was
Uh-huh.
because like the coffee shop background,
Yeah.
everybody's just a little bit blurred. Like the aspect ratio is just a little too perfect. So I was like, okay,
Uh,
fake.
yeah. Yeah. So this one, yeah. I know. I mean, like this one is AI, but a lot of it was taken from my post. So I don't have a lot of coffee, like cafe pictures of me. So a lot of the cafe pictures are definitely AI. But
Is that,
honestly, that was this one.
yeah, is that AI?
No, this one's real.
Okay.
Yeah. Insane, right?
Yeah, it's
Like most of my pictures are real. Like this is real. This is real. Real. 90% of my photos are actually real. All of these are real. So, but it's just getting like I just like sometimes I just want a photo at a cafe and I'm just like I don't have any of that. So usually if it's a photo like at a cafe, it's fake.
it's fake.
Um,
Yeah, that and they always have like some weird like the text is just not quite right, right? What does
yeah,
that
I mean
say?
like this one was like double F, but I mean that could also just be the name of the coffee shop. So
Cafe and cafe coffee shop.
yeah, what gave this one away?
Again, it's the blurry people in the background, the aspect ratio, like it's all you. But at the
Ah,
same time, it's like the buildings and the sidewalk corridor, the proportions don't make sense.
got it. Okay. Now I know what to look for next time. No, most people really can't tell. It's insane. I look at it myself and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna show you yours. You're probably gonna say the same thing. I put yours all in a cafe, so I can also change the backgrounds. But I just want to know if you think like it looks like you. More about the background, but do you just think it looks like you?
Those actually, for the most part, look like me. I'm so serious. I like that one. That one's hilarious. What is it? Like a cafe? It's a coffee shop take on the thinker.
Yeah, I don't know. It spit that out. I just told it to change your pose. I didn't tell it to do anything else. So it just gave you that pose.
So philosophical in this photo.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I have it do that, so here's the thing. If you can take pictures of me in poses that you want to be in, it's easier to use Nano Banana. So the ones that probably look the closest to you are these two that have your pose. These
Well,
two.
that one, what's funny is that those two used the chair I'm actually sitting in. So you use that my therapist post.
Exactly.
And you're like, I thought that was AI, which is ironic because it was actually 100% real.
Yeah, the
But
chair is real. Yeah, that's where I took it from. And AI is really, really good at copying everything if it's the same pose. Once I start asking it to change the pose, like if I say like look at the camera, but it changes the pose, it almost doesn't look like you. Like I even looked at it, I'm like, that's not Brady. But so the reason I have it also looking away when I don't have the pose is because it can't get your face fully. So if you're walking up, if you're looking away, it at least looks a little bit different than like it can still look like you because you're looking sideways. So it's
yeah.
not like a full facial feature.
No, that totally looks like me. It's the Daily Grind Cafe that would tip me off in the background where I'm like, fake.
So I can also change that. I did laugh at that. I try not to change it too much because sometimes like just gotta take what AI gives you.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
tell them to do that. But yeah, if you can like take more pictures of poses you want to be in, it's really easy to keep the pose and then just change everything else, including your clothes. But
Mhm.
when you ask it to change your pose and have it looking at the camera, it just looks all kinds of weird. So that would be my suggestion, even when you're doing it. Just take the pose that you want, whether you're sitting down, like just change the poses and then keep that and then run it too now.
It's creepy how much that actually looks like me.
Yeah, this one did, right? Yeah, that's why I also didn't change. I was like, man, it looks too much like him. I don't care if it says Daily Grind Cafe.
Daily Grind.
So, anyways, if you're happy with this, I'll
Yeah.
go with it. But yeah, and then this
Yeah.
was the original one, which was like the 6-month-old version of Nano Banana, which is insane. How like much like
Yeah,
it's
it
actually gave
progressed
you
a lot.
the same shirt here, huh?
Yeah, no, it's progressed a lot. Yeah, no, these look a lot more like me than that 6-month version of Nano Banana. It still looked like me. I was really surprised because at first glance I was like, oh yeah, I didn't. I think I told you that because I have a photo that's super old, so we won't use it, but it's very similar. I was like, I don't remember including that one, and then I was like, wait a second. And it's funny because the other one you put in the folder too is me standing like barefoot on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wouldn't do that. And then I was flipping through my photos. I was like, wait, I literally have a photo that's a real one, kind of like that, where I'm at not Great Sand Dunes, whatever, White Sands National Park. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. That's actually, that's oddly realistic of me.
It is. If you can give me some standing pictures of you up close. So that's the thing why I couldn't use any of the stuff that you had here. Like, I mean, this is kind of okay. I can probably take from this, but it has to be kind of like this. And your background can just be white. I don't care. Your background can be your living room, whatever. Doesn't matter. But it can't be like far like this. Can't be far. It can't be. It has to be close enough that it can see everything about you. And then
Okay.
solo is better. So I was thinking about using this. I was like, no, there's too much going on. But it is like a good solo up front, like picture of you. So things like that. It can really copy a lot of things and remove a lot of things. But if you can just get the pose, like even just give me like a pose like this, and then a pose like this, but just, in your living room up close. That would be fantastic.
Okay, no problem.
Awesome.
Oh,
So
AI
once
is but so creepy.
it's so insane. Literally, like sometimes I literally put things like I generate things of me and I'm just like mind blown. It's like no one can tell. Like somebody told me like I look super cute at that cafe and I'm just like, thank you. But like for me. I mean it's me, but it's not me. I mean my
Thanks,
LinkedIn profile. Yeah, my LinkedIn profile is AI because I wanted to change the color of the shirt and take out my glasses and take out earphones because when I took that photo, I had earphones and then I had glasses and then I had a different color shirt on. And so I like AI that. That was like 8 months ago on Nano Banana, which was like when it first released, which is like insane. I mean, I don't know how many exactly. I think it's around 8 months, but insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, what's crazy about AI. I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday because everybody keeps saying like AI is going to take all of our jobs, and it's like no, it's not. It's really not. But AI is going to replace a lot of creative jobs and a lot of programming jobs, right? Like they created the end. Programmers unfortunately created the end of their own careers, not realizing what they were doing.
Dude, my friend, he just visited me actually. The one that visited me, he's a programmer for Meta. And so, yeah, so he works for Facebook on the Facebook side. And he says, like, I'm basically just babysitting the AI. And he says it's gonna at some point take my job. Like he knows like he's literally can see the writing on it. That's all he's talked about. He's just like, yeah, like I mean, at some point, like they're not gonna need as many like developers and they're insane. Like it will take some jobs. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say like it's not gonna take jobs away. Like we haven't needed a video editor in so long because of just how good AI has gotten video editing.
No, it's totally gonna take jobs. It's just what jobs is it gonna take? Because people are like, oh my gosh, what's funny is like everybody's talking about things like the trade jobs. And I'm like, no, AI is not gonna rewire your house. It can't build new construction. It doesn't do Uber Eats. It's not gonna be your Uber driver or your taxi driver or any of those tangible jobs. It's not replacing any of that. But the people that integrate all of those things behind the scenes for a lot of software, it's like, yeah, right now we're just babysitting the algorithms till they can learn better. And then that's it. I was working with a business systems company. And this I think is actually an unfortunate aspect because she was like, yeah, we're just like right now I just hired a bunch of new team members and they're training the AI. And I was like, oh, like, no, God, no. That's actually not what businesses need. Businesses need people who have real critical thinking skills, who can get there and do what you need them to do on their business systems. Implement AI, implement, all of the connections. And it's like when Zapier started disrupting and removing like your follow-ups. It's like, oh, this is gonna save you 20 hours a week. And it did or it didn't, right? There's different opinions on that. But that's not the value. The value is how effective can you be with what you're trying to implement. And so, yeah, I know a guy who's in software and he has Claude, like much higher version, like the paid version. Every time he gives it a task, he has to pay per second for it to be doing what it's doing. But it's developing systems and the software for him because he had to rewrite his whole software for his company because the platform's been updated so much. And he's like, okay, he's like, it worked, but now we need to completely redo it. And so he and two or three other real programmers set out to actually completely rewrite his entire company using Claude and just going for it. And he was showing me like in real time what it was doing. And he's like, and I can teach it because he's like, it did the wrong thing here. And so he's like, essentially you have to reward it or punish it. And then it's like, oh, I never want to do that again. Okay, cool. And he showed me the model in real time and it was almost creepy.
It's insane.
But it's also just based on conditional logic. Like everything programming in AI, because everybody's like, it's artificial intelligence. I'm like, there's nothing intelligent about it. It's just ITTT. If this, then that. That's all it is. It's conditional logic. And so you give it a command and it says, okay, I think what you're saying is this. And so if this, then I'm going to output that. And then, you know, I look at it and I go, well, you gave me the same chair in 3 different photos. Change the chair. And it's like, oops. Okay. So if this, then that, except it's not supposed to look like previous rendering of. And so then it'll just use conditional logic again. And everybody's like, it's thinking. It's like, no, it's you thinking. It's just you're not having to write, you know, hundreds of lines of code to do the thing you just asked it to do. It knows how to write its own code, but you're still in control of it.
To a certain degree, to a lot of degree. Yeah. I do see your point. We should have a separate conversation on this because this is like really fascinating. We should also have somebody who actually like does AI as well, because I think this is like an interesting like guest one. Because I will say like, and I know like the take on this is so controversial that I really don't love the term like AI expert unless you actually built the damn thing. like unless you built AI, like I don't think you should be calling yourself an AI fucking expert. But yeah, I just laugh at people who's like, yeah, I'm an AI expert. And I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm sorry. It's just as bad as like fractional people. And I know there's a lot of AI experts in SCN. So I don't know how much of this should be released. But
anymore, everybody's an AI expert. They're like, I saw it and I got ahead of it. So now I'm an AI expert. It's like, do you program? No, I'm just really good at prompts. Well, I feel like I'm really good at prompts, but I'm not going to put that on my damn LinkedIn or anywhere else. Like, oh, I'm an AI expert. Like, sorry, no, I'm not doing it. It's like AI expert, unless you are understanding and writing, or you can get in there and break and tweak the algorithm and say it needs to do this instead, you're not messing with the central code on anything. So yeah, unless you're in the stack, you're not an AI expert.
No.
Sorry. No,
yeah, exactly.
I took a programming boot camp. So I understand how it works. I'm not a programmer. I don't ever want to write a line of code again in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm not a programmer. I'm not a computer scientist. I'm not, you know, the terms have changed too, because it used to just be computer science.
Right.
And then it was computer programmer. And then it was software engineer, which is actually what I went for, is software engineering, until I realized like I love the concept behind it. I hate the execution of software engineering. I couldn't do it. I love talking about it, oddly enough, but I couldn't do it as a vocation. So yeah, I'm an AI expert. What does that mean? Or when people tell you, and I've met some nice people that do this. So again, it's probably something that I shouldn't. But it's like, we'll get you ranked #1 on ChatGPT. I'm like, you can manipulate that now? Like what in the actual? It's like when Google stopped being a search query and started just being the highest paid results.
Right.
It's like, oh, that sucks. That doesn't make me happy to hear that. That just actually makes me angry, because it's not like I think ChatGPT is the end all be all, because it makes mistakes in just about everything I asked it. But still, I want raw data, not somebody else manipulated ChatGPT to say that I'm the best consulting company in the world. It's like, what just happened? That sucks.
No, it's true. And I did have somebody or a few people in mind that say they're an AI expert in SCN. So it's not like to knock them or anything. That's not, just in case we do releases, that's not what that is. It's just more, I really think that the people who created AI, the people who know all of really the back end of AI. And if you can create your own AI, like I think those are more, I would say, the people that I would consider AI experts and know exactly what they're talking about. But back to what you were saying and why I think this would be an interesting separate conversation, because I think this would be like a really, really cool. And I know what we said, like we should lower the amount that we do per episode, but it just feels like we can't. I don't know. In my head, I feel like we can't do it.
I feel like we started off really structured and then I accidentally scrolled us off and then we just get on a topic where we're just like, yeah, and also, and then
Yeah. And that's why we can never have like. So I was like, when you said like 30 minutes, I was like, I don't think that's gonna work for you. Like, I was just like in my head, I was like, the way that you talk with the way that I talk, the way that we both get distracted. Even though I do try to like, I think structure is a little bit better. I still get distracted as well, and then it would just like end up in this like, and then it's like an hour and a half later, and we're still talking. So
I should have
that's
just I should have just called this thing two ADHD kids having a conversation.
I like it.
That's I don't know about you actually, but that's just how I am. I'm just like I'm all over the place.
I'm not, but I like it. Only because like I feel like I can keep up with people who have ADHD. Like I don't think I have it, but I love being distracted. Like if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like I
No.
don't get distracted, but I love being distracted. Otherwise, I wouldn't let it keep going because I know like we have the, because I mean, if I was full ADHD, like I wouldn't come back to the calendar and I wouldn't be like, okay, so like we're here and then we're there. And then actually every time that we're talking, my head is like, okay, like how can I bring it back to the actual thing we said we were? I'm always just like thinking like, okay, how can I do a conversation?
That's fair. That's totally fair. So it probably is just me. I was going to say, yeah, you should fall down that rabbit hole. And you're welcome, because it'll wreck your world being like, I'm not ADHD. That's for like hyper people. And that was always my thought. Like, I'm calm most of the time. I don't have ADHD. And then I was like,
It's just more
oh
if
shit.
you like this. Yeah, I think only if you like go like this, right? Like if you're just like this, like easily distracted and like very much like here, there, like.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then I read into it and I was like, oh shit, there might be a really high chance that I have the other kind.
Oh, and what's the
People
other
are like,
kind?
people are like, oh yeah, no, you only ever hear about the one kind, right? Especially if you grew up in the 90s. It's just like the inattentive, or not the inattentive, but the hyperactive can't focus. Yeah. Apparently there's a whole other kind, that
What is it?
inattentive ADHD, where it's like you're calm, you're cool, you're collected, but you get off on a tangent. You do what I do. You speak like I do, essentially. And I'm not diagnosed, so I'm essentially literally just bullshitting.
Nice.
So it's the other kind. That's what I tell people. I'm like, yeah, no, it's the other one.
We should just call it the undiagnosed ADHD people.
Seriously. All right,
But,
bring it
let
back,
me-
please. Bring it back.
Yeah.
And especially if you're like, how do I rein this back in? Yeah, you're not ADHD.
No. I know I'm not. Like I was just like, that's how I know. It's like I've been around a lot of people with ADHD, and I'm just like, I can keep up with them. I love being around them, but I know I'm not one of them. I can be
That's right.
around you guys. So if we both did have ADHD, I think we could be on a call for like 3 hours and
Yeah.
not have structure. I wouldn't even ask for the structure. So I do have this. I changed this just now because I did look at your LinkedIn and I was like, oh my gosh, like he's starting to use every single photo he gave me. So I was just like,
Yeah, unfortunately.
how can I like do that? So
I told you I was
Just
going to get more on it, which caused some negative effects, clearly.
yeah, but it's okay. We can use Native Banana. Like I said, just give me poses because that will just give me like the best version of you, and I'll work on the background. So because that's really good feedback for me. I want these to look as natural as possible, even the ones that are mine. I want people to never think that I was never in this place ever, that I didn't take this. I want them to think that I took this picture. I mean, at least for me. So I'm going to do that for you as well.
Perfect. Yep, that works for me.
But just look through this. I did it up to April 8th because I just wanted to see if you were happy with it. What would you change? I did add like a LinkedIn poll. I did put this here. You can also just look at this as well, this April 20th, because this is like the different styles that I want to play around with. And if you're open to them, I kind of want to play around with different styles for your page because you normally have a specific brand as far as like the way that you're talking right now.
Mhm.
And so at least like we can get as much data as possible if you're open to it. If not, then we can just go with like a normal style as well. So look through this. And that was made by Nana Banana as well, because I don't think you have an X account. And then this, look through it, look through the caption more than anything else. I did put your branding here.
Okay.
This is yours. This is not ours. I haven't done anything with ours yet, like zero. I'm going to work on it this week so that we can have something for the first, because I really do want that to be the release date. But this is your branding. So if I
They
click,
skip ahead 5 steps and they're like, now I want to do.
so let me know if you, oh shit, oh wait, I was sharing it. So yeah, just let me know if you like the colors, all of that. So just like literally look through this, let me know what you like, what you don't like. Go ahead and change it yourself, but tell me like that you changed something as well. That way
Okay.
I can look through and see like in the version history, like here.
Gotcha.
What you changed. If you don't like the poll question, we can change that. I only went with this because I had it here and I ran it through Notebook LM, but honestly, like the polls should have a little bit more of a strategy to it. I'm really just usually in the beginning, I just try to get things off the ground. And once it's off the ground, then the strategy kind of comes in a little bit better. But yeah, just look through these. Let me know. I did keep this because this is your profile picture, and I wanted your reintroduction as your profile picture. You can also add more to this as well because if you want to add something more personal, you can. This was a little bit more about business. So the dates are here, but you can change them if you would like. But I would suggest that you adhere to it because that's the way that you're gonna stay consistent.
Okay.
Is if you stop
Perfect.
changing. And the first one's technically today. So
Yeah, that's fine.
send this.
I actually didn't have any content queued up for today yet, so that's perfect.
Awesome. And then you know how to schedule on LinkedIn, or do you want me to show you?
I actually don't, but I can look it up. No, you don't need to waste time. I can look it up. I can
Okay.
figure it out. Yeah, that works.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know why, but like I just get so used to my team and how they just like need their handheld the entire time. And I'm just like, I like that. I like that you're gonna look that up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I fully appreciate it. And I was almost like, yeah, show me. And then I was like, no, I can look up a tutorial on that. Like, my God, it's going to take me probably 10 minutes to figure that out. We're good.
It's gonna take you like 5 minutes. It's not that hard.
Perfect.
It's
Even
literally just you create a post and then you hit schedule. I'm inside with LinkedIn. Like literally, like it's super easy. But if you can't figure it out, let me know.
Okay.
And then so that's for you. I'm gonna work on ours this week just because, like I said, I wanted to do yours first because I really do well when I have a deadline. If I do not have a deadline, it just, I mean, that's everybody, but like, it's really true for me. So when I put yours for the 23rd, I said, okay, I at least gotta have something for him for the 23rd. And then I said, okay, the first for us, so that kind of put in the back burner. So I saw the things that you sent. I think the only thing that's missing is the logo, correct?
Correct. And I haven't landed on anything with that yet because I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't want to do anything cheesy. And what do I do for the theme of we should edit that? Because we're not video editors. We're not, well, you're a marketer, but this is not a marketing conversation. So right now I'm just using the text, like we said, the stack text. We can just use it as a placeholder. Like if you wanted to create a banner or something like that. Something simple for now, and I'll keep working on getting us something. It's the colors I think are more important. The colors and the name. We're going to lean on branding than anything. A logo per se is going to be really challenging because I was kind of trying to iterate something, and I was like, I got really nothing to go on here because we should edit that. It's a name brand more than it is a brand logo.
It is.
So I'm leaning into that, which sounds like I'm just phoning in my homework, and I am. But
oh my, it's okay. I asked you for things, so I don't have to do things on my end, which I could technically just do some things on my end. So let me do it this way. I thought I had the link that you sent to me. I lost it.
link for what?
The brand guide. I lost it.
Nice.
Okay. Let me.
It should be I shared it with you in Docs, so you should be able to find it there.
I'm just gonna go for it on the uh, so that I can pull it up. Because what I can do, are you good with an April 1st
Yeah. Launch.
release? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, just so I can like get things done on my end, is I'm just gonna take a screenshot of hold on, the wrong one. Okay. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this.
hmm That's essentially what I'm proposing you use, and just the tag, even the tagline under it. So I'm kind of treating it like a website hero image, um, like a website H1. That's what I'm going for. We should edit that because that's what it is for now. And then even the unedited truth about running a business as kind of a tagline, we could even throw
Right.
a line. Like I'm trying to figure out how to spice it up a little bit. You know how there's even just that vertical line right next to it.
Yeah.
Like we could even put that right next to, we should edit that, and then it looks like a logo for now. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna take a really quick screenshot. Like I literally just took a screenshot.
I don't, like I said, I don't care because we can always change things down the road too. I'm not
Exactly.
good.
Exactly. So I just took a screenshot of that. It's already in my laptop. I'm just gonna use that as like the thing, and then once you have the logo, I can just like re-upload.
Cool.
I'm going to just do this simply for right now. I'm just gonna do a we should edit that at gmail.com
Mhm.
because if we decide to take it more seriously, we can just add it, and then I will do the domain on DreamHost. That way we at least own the domain.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Uh,
I was going to say,
Jeopardy.
and if you have troubles on that, I can just buy it through GoDaddy too because it's cheap.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, mine is hosted under mine. So I have like 3 domains on there. So
Yeah, as long
mine's
as it locks it up. And I've noticed too, the more you like different platforms, the more you start searching for it, the more the price will go up too if we do have to buy it. Because they're like, oh, people are interested in this. Okay, well, we're going to value it higher.
okay. Well,
So,
at least we own the domain. We don't need necessarily the email because the email is so expensive and we don't need it. I mean, like if you have the domain, no one's gonna take the email.
well,
So-
and once we own the domain too, we can actually port that out if we wanted to fire up a paid Gmail account.
yeah, exactly.
So then that's what I did with mine because I'm not actually running my email through my web host. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
I'm just running it through my Gmail and I just ported it out. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can do that. But yeah, right now it's like as simple at gmail.com is that's how I started. That's how I started with everything. I literally have an at Gmail for everything I have until I decided to buy like the at whatever domain because it's like, do you really need it? Is the question, right? And then are you good with these 3?
Yeah.
Or I can't count. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay, I am gonna ask you, LinkedIn I can create on my end. I am gonna ask you to create TikTok, IG, and maybe even YouTube. The reason for that is because you're in the US. And I've had such a problem with my TikTok account because the TikTok account that I've created has like the location is picking up my location.
Gotcha.
It sucks. So I'll let you know like when all of that's ready and I can walk you through that. We can even do it together. It's fine. No,
Cool.
and I don't want to like put it to you just because like I don't want to do the work. I just really like it won't reach like an American. It's so hard to reach an American audience when you create it, especially TikTok. So TikTok is so bad at it. Like LinkedIn doesn't care. YouTube, I'm not 100% sure, but if you want to create it, that way we're just 100% sure. But TikTok and IG for sure, it picks up your. I never create like any account unless I'm in the US or I'm just like fuck it, like I had a personal TikTok account I created in Vietnam, and I'm just like, I really hate it because it's like it's picking up Vietnam so much. So,
Gotcha. Yeah, no problem. I can get those 3 started. But just with the we should edit that at gmail.com email.
if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just send me the password. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'll buy the domain. Awesome.
Perfect.
And then I think that's pretty much it. April 1st content calendar, and then I'll take care of that. And then LinkedIn versus reality. I don't know if you still want to do that, if you just want to keep talking about what we've been talking about, that's also possible because we've been having like a really good conversation already anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might as well just pick up where we paused because LinkedIn versus reality is kind of, it was a good idea at the moment, but I think it was a rant I was on for the day because I was just, it's like everybody's stupid post, right? Like, this hot dog is delicious. What has eating this hot dog taught me about business? It's like, I'm literally gonna, fair warning, I'm literally gonna make one of those like mini reel videos one of these days, just something stupid. Like, I'm
I
gonna
will
sit, you what?
You should. I will say this. There was an X post that said like people on LinkedIn are so cringe. And it's so true. Like it's and people like defended it. Like I think someone like if I remember correctly, I saw it on X, but like it was a post on X that someone had reposted on LinkedIn. And then like the people on LinkedIn were so upset that someone on X said that. But all I can think about is like, it's so true.
So true. It's so bad. So I saw somebody made a kind of a, like a joke video about it too. They're like, it was like four guys sitting around a table at a bar. And they're like, if this was a LinkedIn post, it was like, I would like to announce that I have now finished my beer and I will be going to the bar to get another one. And it was like, you should congratulate them. You should blah, blah, blah. And it's just like all of this different stuff. And somebody else was like, I too have also finished and I will be joining you in the next endeavor of blah, blah, blah to go to the bar to get another beer. And it was like, oh my God, every LinkedIn conversation is really like that. It's like, and then your rant about it too, like these AI comments, like, this was so inspiring. I love your insight. Thank you for this.
Yeah. Or
And it's,
even like the long-winded comments. Like there are some that are really long that you know is copied and pasted. And I'm just like, do you have a thought? Like, can you actually just talk like you're an actual person? Like everybody's already using AI to their content, which is fine. But can you at least give me like 5 minutes of your time and actually write down something that makes sense?
yeah. No, so even when I use AI to create content, this brings us back to the AI expert of it all, right? It's like, okay, I still need to create the content. I need to write what I'm writing. And then I'm like, hey, fix my grammar. It's terrible or something like that. And then it puts in all those really super long dashes. And I was like, okay, everybody knows that is AI now at this point. So I go through and I delete all of that and I put in commas and I probably wreck my grammar again, but I'm like, I don't care. If it looks odd, then they won't be assuming that I'm AI writing this. So yeah, everybody's just, and the little rocket ship emoji on everything. Nobody really uses that. Nobody even knows. I don't even know where to find those. And so if I post something and it's just littered with all of the emojis, especially in a document, like when I send somebody a brief and it's like AI spits something out for me and it's filled full of those emojis, I'm like, they could have done this. Like, that's not the output I'm looking for. I'm actually trying to bring some value to what they're doing. And so I'll go through and I'll just like delete everything and end up writing it myself. Because at this point, I'm like, oh. I think I told you about that, right? I got a document set from two different companies.
No.
Okay, so speaking of AI, I had two different companies send me document briefs on something we were working on.
Yeah.
They were totally like, they don't even know each other exists, right? They're just two different clients. And I read through their document briefs and I was like, these are both saying the same thing. Because they're like, here's those materials for that. And I was like, you guys are in two different industries. You're speaking to two different audiences. You have two different company structures. And the thing you just gave me for me to go off of for what we're trying to develop on the strategy is literally the same document brief with the same wording and verbiage. And it was all just ChatGPT. And again, it sounds like I'm anti-AI. I'm not, but it's all how you use it. Because I was like, you two should not be saying that. I'm saying that I'm like having a crazy person inner monologue conversation in my head. I'm like, you two should not be saying the same thing, as if I'm sitting them side by side, giving them a lecture.
Right.
You have two different UVPs, you have two different CAs, you have two different ICPs, and you are both saying the same thing about your companies. We got a big problem here because ChatGPT is actually taking the business landscape, watering the whole thing down, making it sound really cool because you read it, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, this thing gets me. This sounds so good. It just tells you all of the things that it's all, yeah, here's what AI really is. It's been programmed to mess with our psychology and go, this thing's amazing. It understands me. Yeah, if it gives you enough generic language, but it gives you those like dopamine hits to understand,
Mm,
oh, this is my thing. Because those two industries couldn't have been more unrelated, but their design document briefs should not have been the same thing. So
right.
it just frustrates me because now we're just getting watered down generic across the board.
Yeah, for sure. Even on social, like literally, I think I saw somebody say like none of this because like I was like watching a YouTube tutorial on AI and like how to use it for content, and one of the comment was like none of that matters anyway. Like everybody's just gonna start sounding the same, like then like at some point because you're asking AI to do everything.
Mhm.
They who cares? Like that's what he said. Like who cares? Like. And I think that's also why like sometimes I did like a 90-day challenge which I broke like for 2 days and I'm gonna restart it again. I think it's just because like I feel as though like everything that I feel like I'm putting out, it doesn't feel like me. But at
Mhm.
the same time, because everybody is now using AI, now I feel like if I actually wrote my own post and actually had personality to it, that then it feels like either I'm taking too long or I feel like it's not good enough. Like I
Mhm.
feel like oh like did I write the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Like did I do it as good as AI would do it? Right? Because sometimes like I'll run it through AI and I was like, oh, that's like so much better. But then I look at it again and I was like, was it really that much better? And so there's definitely like a fine line on like creating content, creating briefs, creating everything. And I think that's why in some ways I do like Notebook LM. I know like AI, it's all different. And I think it's how you use each one. But I think the reason why I like Notebook LM so much is because of the fact that like it really only takes what you feed it. And so it only tries to create from what you feed it. And so like you can kind of make it how you want it to be and then it ties back into Gemini, which then pulls from like other things. But
Mhm.
honestly, like even when I pull things from there, which is kind of how I created yours, to be really honest, so just let me know, like I said, be really honest, especially in the first round. If you go on there and tell me like you hate everything, please say that. Like, do not lie to me. Like, that is the time to say it because it's like you don't want me thinking that, especially for personal brand. That's really why I stepped away from personal brand. It is so hard to like get someone's tone of voice exactly the way that they would say it or the way that they would do it. And so now is like literally time. If you tell me like you hate every single thing, seriously, like, it will not hurt my feelings. So just a
No,
heads up.
I'll take a look into that. And that's actually something I've realized kind of sitting with this over the last couple of weeks in a little bit of self-reflection because you're like, we've had enough conversations. I think I know your tone of voice. And I was like, that's really interesting. Not because I'm encountering what you're saying at all, it's because as I sit there, try to write a post, I'm like, what is my tone of voice? Right? It's not, we're all, because we're all thinking too, we're conditioned to think 2 steps ahead now. Is this going to resonate? What kind of feedback is this going to get? Does this send my message? Instead of just saying whatever it is that we're trying to say, we're always trying to second guess and stay 2 steps ahead of the algorithm or our target audience. Or does my ICP resonate with what I'm saying? And those are all important questions to ask, but we're trying to outsmart ourselves before we've even opened our mouths to say anything. And so I don't know, I get on my little soapboxes and I try to start these little mini revolutions, but it's like there's nothing genuine anymore. So when I'm joking around about this, like just being ironic, I'm going to go to a donut shop and sit there with a donut and like selfie video myself and be like, this donut has taught me so much about business and all of the other horse shit that we're sitting here pretending is in the business landscape and blah, blah. It's like, 'cause it's not real. Everybody's like not asking the same questions and everybody's giving the same answers. You and I, because you and I are well networked with a lot of people in a lot of different industries, and it's like somebody in the travel industry is talking about the same business solutions as somebody in HR. It's like because we're all kind of just in this not generic mode, but we're all in this business mode where the reality is our businesses aren't all that different. Maybe in like 1960s America, it was. And so advertising mattered because it was like, hey, this is who we are, and this is what we are, and this is why we're different. And we're all trying to say that now, except there's so much information out there, and there's so many tools, and there's so much social media to try to get ahead of. And I sound like one of those, like I sound like a boomer, being like, it's that social media, but it is this constant. duality of we exist in reality and we don't all at the same time. We're trying
Right.
to capture people's attention. I don't know. I don't think any of that made sense.
I mean, sometimes I speak and I don't think I make sense. So Twitch, like, you know, the YouTube channel, like, it's just gonna be a repository of this, because if we even get like more than 5 viewers of people we don't know, like,
That's
that's
a
like
soft
that's like mind blowing. That would be like, that would be the wow, like we did what?
Oh my gosh. And I remember like YouTube didn't have a point back in the day. Now it kind of has a theme. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I remembered when I first saw like the video of the first YouTube video, right? And then like, and even just like some of like before shorts was a thing, right? People would post like a short video on YouTube and people were just like, oh my gosh, like that worked. And you know, like I still remember do you remember the Charlie baby? I don't remember if you know
Oh
that.
yeah,
Like,
the Charlie Bit Me video. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. I was just like, how the F was this like a trending fucking video?
Yeah. For a second there, I thought you were going to say Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't have kids.
I don't even think it was made for kids.
Oh, never mind.
But I did show my kids that and they were like, what is this? And I was like, this was basically YouTube back in the day. You're welcome. Like this was people being creative. Yeah, you should watch it. It's going to be a brilliant waste of whatever 10 minutes of your life. Charlie the Unicorn. It
I did watch
embodies an entire generation.
Yeah, I did watch this YouTube thing that says like raw content is now like really like starting to trend up on YouTube a lot more, which is like kind of like what we're doing, less edited, raw
Yeah.
version, like people just talking to the camera, people just talking to you. I actually do think it works because even like, I mean, even before this was trending, like look at like podcasts like Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
right? It's 3 fucking hours of like,
God.
you don't, he's interviewing one person about everything.
I think the last Joe Rogan podcast I listened to was literally 6 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
I haven't had the guts to sit through another 3-hour podcast since. And so I was like, I'm not going to do it.
I would never sit through a 3-hour podcast.
What?
I would never sit through a 3-hour podcast. I just see the shorts.
No, I couldn't. But you're right. Asking it was an interview with Kanye, and it was like, what is happening right now? Oddly, some really interesting points came out of that. But now, flash forward 6 years, I'm like, I don't even know if that podcast is even valid to this extent of the conversations they were having.
Probably not.
But raw content. So what that tells me is everybody's craving authenticity because there isn't any anymore. So here's the central theme to kind of tie back the conversation is there's no authenticity in business. There's no authenticity in social media. None of the content people are writing because it's all AI. So that's what I was actually getting at was with those 2 different companies I was working with. So they weren't coming from an original place at all. They were just coming from oh yeah, somebody on my team phoned it in and typed in some prompts and here you go. This is us. Great, but what are we actually, what's our end game? What are we actually trying to accomplish? And I keep saying this on repeat last week. It's like, okay, if we're running from something, we're lost. If we're running to something, we have a goal and a direction. And everybody's like, well, I don't want it to come across, and I don't want it to be this, and I don't want it to be that, and I don't want my company. It's like, okay, that's just all running from something.
Right.
What do you want to be? What are you trying to accomplish? Who is it that you're actually trying to talk to? And not just as many people as possible or the most relevant people, because you do this a lot. You ask that next question, okay, who are the most relevant people?
Yeah, for sure. It's the most important question.
Yeah, but very few people are actually asking that question.
That's because everybody's trying to target everyone. That's the thing. That's the reason why I think mine works. I mean, I've had so many people come up to me and say, like, how did you find this niche? And even to this day, I have imposter syndrome that this niche exists because all they care about is who they're targeting. They don't care about scripts. They don't care about hooks. They don't care about all the things that all these social media like influencers and gurus and everybody else is trying to tell you. They want authenticity. They want to just help the people that they're helping with their specific service, with their specific products. And they're like, oh, like we don't know like that these types of people exist, right? And so I think like the biggest thing for me, and to add to what you were saying, is that there's so many people who their advice is like, if I had to start over on Instagram, X, TikTok, whatever, like what I would do is I would go to I would type in your niche, and then I would go to like the most viral posts and then study all of them, download the hooks, create the script exactly as you're creating it for that specific type, and then just change it to what it is. I'm like, to basically like be like that person, be like everybody else, like do exactly what everybody else is doing just because it's what works. And
Yeah.
yes, there is a thing of like what is working, right? Like I do LinkedIn posts because guess what? It works. It works for lead generation. That's why I'm doing it for you. I've done it for our clients. It works. It's proven fact that like algorithms boost posts organically on
Mhm.
stories, on LinkedIn posts. It just does. I don't know why, but it does. It loves it, right? So I'm gonna do the things that work. But for me to say, Brady, like I'm going to put you on a script and you're going to have to read this. And these are the proven hooks. And these are the things that's going to blow up your thing. Like, and maybe I don't know what's fully true of you because I actually haven't like done a full deep dive of what it is that you want either. So maybe we should also have a call like that of me just asking you questions as well. But also we have these calls all the time, so we can just use one of these calls for that. But all of my clients that we have, it's like what they care about is their community. What they care about is building something so genuine that when you read the comments, like literally when you read the comments of the people, of the clients that we serve, it's either really, really, really long. Like they actually, like if I ask an engagement question, they pour their heart and soul into it. Okay. Like they literally like write out like a novel, which is insane. Or they say, wow, like this really helped me. Or like, when we spotlight somebody, they're like, oh my gosh, like that's so amazing for you. And they're just so supportive and so, I don't know. And they don't care if it's like one comment that says that. One
Yeah.
comment, that one post, and the rest of the posts are a little bit dead. And then there's another kind of surge, a few weeks or a few months later. But what they care about is like, wow, we are building that community. And there are people that are within our niche that's, actually like resonating with us and sees us like for who we are. And I think people forget that about social media.
I think it's huge showing up. So it goes back to the theme of showing up authentically. And it's not just who are we trying to attract, but who are we trying to resonate with? How do we fit into their world, which is one of the most important aspects of marketing, branding, even your business onboarding and operations. How do we solve their problems? How do we fit into their world? Where we've kind of become this me focused generation. And I say generation, this actually spans generations. It's not an age demographic. It's just the time and place we live in, where we're just trying to attract so many people. I don't know if it's related, and I got to go here in like 3 minutes. So,
Okay.
but as you're talking about all of this content, I have an acquaintance who is an influencer, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say we're friends, like we're acquaintances, like been to a barbecue at the house kind of thing, right? I am friends with their friends, but because I have a lot of people that overlap in this circle, and he's done really well for himself. Like he's got like 5 million followers on each platform and like making a living off doing this, right? So everybody else is like, well, I can do that. People that I know. And so it's like all of a sudden you've got all of these, not copycat accounts, but like, well, we're from the same town or we're from this place. I'm trying to be really generic. This we should probably not release.
Okay. I'll cut it.
But anyway, it's people from my old hometown, right? Because that's where this person is from too. And so everybody else is like seeing him do it and make it, and he's made it over a period of several years, but he's like doing kind of niche content, or started doing very niche content. So then everybody else is kind of jumping on that bandwagon instead of being like, what do I want to do? Who do I want to speak to? How do I want to resonate? It's all just marketing. And so they're kind of like, me too. And I've even seen people like tag him like, hey, thanks so much for the invite to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's so cold. Stop doing that. See, like, that's just embarrassing. You're embarrassing everybody. Stop it. And I feel like that's kind of what people are doing on their content posts and their social media. And it's like, oh, I want to blow up like that person did. Instead of, oh, if I get one impactful comment, then I know I'm building the right community for what I'm trying to create.
Yes.
That to me holds so much more value and authenticity than, I had 6,000 likes, but nobody cares. Right?
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, and then we can go. I started, and I haven't told a lot of people about it. I started a secret YouTube channel, and it literally has like 7 subscribers at this point. And I had like 2 people leave a meaningful comment, like literally like super meaningful comment. Like it was like a long comment, and I was just like, that meant so much to me. Like that meant the world to me. Because I was just like, out of the 7 people, like 2 of them like cared enough to like leave a super meaningful comment on my fucking post. Like that's fucking amazing. And I know I'm targeting the right people. So just gonna leave it at that. And then 11 a.m. next week, April 1st. Are you free? It's right after the SEN meeting.
I am not. I am blocking out the first. So I will likely be on the SEN meeting, but I am blocking out the first because it's actually my wife's birthday. So
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the day before then?
cool. Yeah, that works for me. Monday. Yeah.
Around
No,
the same time
Tuesday.
as 11 a.m. EST.
Yeah, 11 a.m. PST. I think I got that.
EST.
EST.
Yeah. So same time as today.
Oh, gotcha.
Or is that still too early? I can
No.
also do 1 p.m. EST if you want.
That's Tuesday. Nope. Works well.
1 p.m. EST.
No, we could do, 1 p.m. EST. So that's what, 11? No, 10? Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 Pacific works great. Let's do it.
All right. Perfect. Let's do that. Awesome. I will see you then.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah. This
All right.
was, yeah, I swear I got to put more structure to this. Because I'm the one that ends up scrolling and be like, yeah, have you noticed this? And then I just go off on it. But
No, I mean, next week's just going to be housekeeping as well. So I think I'm going to put a little bit more structure to it after we actually like just finish out everything. So on the 31st, we should pretty much have everything. I'll have the content calendar. We have all the social media stuff. So I'll probably message you in between then and now as well.
okay, cool.
Awesome. Have
That's
a
fun.
great rest of your week, and I'll see you at the ASEAN meeting.
Sounds good. You too. Are you still in Vietnam?
I am here until end of month, and then I'm going to Thailand and then Bulgaria.
Fun. All right. So
Yeah.
it's like almost, again, midnight there, past midnight.
11 actually, which is not bad.
All right. Call it an early night.
No, I mean, I have another meeting. I actually also have to go have another meeting.
Gotcha. All right.
Bye.
See ya.